All right, it's Sunday. You know where we're at, Retro Fitness in Cockeysville. Don't know where you're at. And we are talking to
Laurie Kettinger.
Laurie. And Laurie, so you're getting ready to have a birthday.
I am.
So is it okay? Can we reveal your age?
Absolutely.
So she's 49. She'll be 50 very shortly. And the condition that you're in is just phenomenal. And she's completely natural, so let's get that out of the way right off the top. And we want to talk to her particularly because there are so many women out there and ladies that feel overwhelmed and that they're so down about their own physical appearance they don't think that they can do anything about it. Now, yes, she's basically been a lifelong athlete, is that correct?
That's correct. Yep. I played 3 sports through high school, 2 through college, and then continued on to coach actually in college. Volleyball and track were my 2 main sports.
So where did you end up? Didn't you finish really highly in volleyball? Or?
So we did D3. We went to Final Four all 4 of my years, which was awesome. Never won, but and I finished 12th in the nation in javelin. Yep.
12th in the nation in javelin. So.
And I wasn't the biggest person, I wasn't the biggest thrower, but I had speed and technique, which is what I tell my kids. Actually, I've been working with my son in javelin he threw for high school. They're in college now, but yeah, it's all about speed and technique, and I've had them since they were little. I think I was their first track coach. So
do you think it's more training and environment than genetics, or is it a mix of both?
I think it's a little of both. My dad was a big athlete, and everyone says I looked just like him. So I think I get some of it honestly, but I think it's a lot about training and how hard you're willing to work. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no magic pill. You have to be willing to put in the time and effort to see results.
And that's another point to make is you've had kids, right? So you've had 2 children?
Yep.
So she's had 2 children. And has there ever been a period where you've been out of shape?
Actually, yes. And they're twins, so I also have a separated abdominal wall as a souvenir, which I constantly am trying to work with. But yes, when you have active children and I've worked full time, basically my entire adult life, you sometimes forget to take time for yourself. My kids played lots of sports. We were gone 4 or 5 nights a week, every week, tournament, practice, games, and so you really don't have time for yourself. You try, but it's definitely tough. Once they started driving, things got a little easier. I didn't have to run over to the high school to
Right.
pick them up from practice. And now we're empty nesters. Now they're in college, so I've always loved to lift. I started lifting probably in late middle school. And it's just one of those things I've always loved to do.
Wow. So you're just an all-around athlete.
Yeah, but I definitely,
for life.
there was a point in time where, I look at old pictures and my face looked,
Puffy?
Yes, definitely. So it's, it's one of those things where, like I said, it's doesn't happen quickly, and you have to be willing to work for it.
So how often do you train now?
6 days a week usually, but that's including, you definitely need to take a day off, let your muscles, rest and repair themselves, and that's actually when they'll grow. So yeah, normally 6 days a week.
And what do you do for your nutrition and diet? How regimented is that?
I try to. I've always eaten fairly clean, and right now I'm usually having 2 eggs for breakfast. I'll have a mid-morning snack, either a rice cake or something like that. I've been trying to move my. I do have carbs, either rice or potatoes. I've been trying to move that earlier in the day, so I'll have those with a protein, and then finish dinner with a protein and a green carb, a vegetable of some sort. So, and I've been trying to eat. I know they say you should eat more, but yeah, it's definitely. I still would like to lean out a little, but it's not something that consumes me. And like I said, and every once in a while, yes, I have a cheat meal. I think it kind of shocks your body and and, you know, makes it realize, oh, okay, this is, you know.
I agree 100%. Keeps your metabolism off balance.
Yep.
And you notice that she mentioned that she more or less tapers carbohydrate because you have it earlier in the day. And there are people out there that will tell you that that's a fallacy, that that's not true, it doesn't work. And I don't care who tells you or what you read, it works. Now, maybe I can't sit here and explain to you nuclei for nuclei exactly what's happening and why it works, but it does work, and we all know that. Everybody that's ever competed in any kind of physique thing, would you agree, Steve?
Absolutely.
Steve's back in the background. It works. If you taper those carbs, that's what I always do. I load them heavier in the day when I'm concerned about being leaner. Absolutely, it works. There have been people come on YouTube and actually say that that's bullshit. It doesn't matter when you eat it. You could eat it all day. You could eat it before bed. You could eat it whenever. And it absolutely matters. So you go ahead and believe them and experience less success, let's say, or maybe worse. Or you can listen to people who have actually been there, done that, and have those physiques to prove that.
Yeah, I think it's a simple issue. If your body takes longer to metabolize carbs, so why not have them earlier in the day, you know?
Yep.
So.
And why is that? Because dietary thermogenesis.
Yep.
Thermic effective food, carbohydrates, more thermic than protein.
And I do also try not to pay too much attention to the scale, and, you know, obviously go more on either how you look or how your clothes fit. So for me, you know, like I said, it's not something I obsess about. It's really more on how I feel and how I look.
So it's not like it cuts into so much of your time. This is your leisure time. You enjoy it. So that's another thing. You learn to love it, and it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to get in there and do it. And you meet a lot of people, right? It becomes somewhat of a social experience. You meet a lot of people who share similar interests.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have, you know, a lot of people contacting me. I've been lately posting, you know, different photos and whatnot, and I've been getting texts or messages or whatever, and, you know, you're such an inspiration, you know, women my age who went to high school with me that, you know, were reconnecting on
Right.
Facebook or whatever, and, you know, what do you do or what can I do? So that's, if I can motivate women, I said, you know, age is a number. Who cares?
Where can they find you? Where can they see you at? Or
I'm on a lot of social media.
Instagram?
Yep, Instagram.
What's your
Facebook,
IG address?
Laurie Kettinger. Yep. So I'm all over, repping Body Warrior, and now Girl with a Cause. I'm excited about this.
Girl with a
This
Cause.
is a great message right here. This I love. So I've worked with high-risk populations just about my entire life, and it's one of those things I've been attracted to. So I think it's awesome what you do.
Well, thank you very much. The only other thing I wanted to ask or add or get your feedback on or your input is a lot of ladies, like a lot of people in general, may feel intimidated because you're worried about you don't look good enough yet to get to the gym. You don't look good enough to come out there and expose yourself and be in public in the gym, or you don't know what you're doing or whatever. It may discourage you from coming out. So what would you say to these women?
I would say if you're afraid to try, you've already lost. You know what? Just get in there, take a buddy, take a friend, you know, find someone with similar interests, and then ask people. I watch people in the gym all the time, and that's how I learn. You know, I have great people who are willing to take their time and teach me things. I'm still learning. I feel very comfortable in the gym, but I learn something almost every day. So just get in there. You know, a lot of gyms, our goals has a women's only. If you don't feel comfortable, start in there until you feel comfortable, and just take advice. Like I said, I'm one of those people. I've always been coachable. So you know, you're never too old to learn something. And just get out there and move. If it's something you can do, you know, park further away at the shopping center so you can walk. You don't have to go to a gym. You know, some of the best workouts I have are on playground equipment. You know, you can do pull-ups, you can do all different kinds of things. Take your dog for a walk. You know, just as long as you're moving, you know, just stay active. But like I said, yeah, don't be intimidated, because then you'll never, you know, you'll never get there.
And how about, how much do you feel your partner input plays into this? I mean, your husband, is he fit? Is he conscious about that? Or?
He is, yes, and in fact, he almost eats better than I do.
Wow.
Yeah, he works out in the mornings. I have to work out after work, so we don't work out together. But yeah, he works out just about every day, and we try to instill that in our children. Actually, my one son just took a buddy yesterday to lift, so that makes me happy. So yeah, it's a lifestyle, and it's a, you know, like I said, it's a family thing as well. So yeah, anytime you can, and mine have always loved vegetables. When I was pregnant with them, I craved green vegetables, and I swear to this day that's why they've always liked vegetables. So who knows?
Do you, one more question, do you supplement with anything? Do you add anything to your diet, or you get everything from food?
I don't. Sometimes I'll take a multivitamin, that's about it. Yeah.
So you get everything from food?
Yep, absolutely.
So there you go.
Yep,
Somebody in excellent condition, she gets everything from food, lifetime athlete.
can be done.
Well, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.